talk everything to do with music, concerts, and anything that you want to know about the Daily Aca Talk Show. So I'll be your host today. My name is Love Grace, and I have been joined by somebody special that you're going to know even as we keep on interacting with him. Hi.
Hi, Grace.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I am fine. I wanted to introduce you, but I'll let you introduce yourself now.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, my name is Blessed. I prefer to be called Blessed. I don't know what else you want to know.
So, we have Mr. Blessed here with us in the studio, and we will be here discussing everything to do with the acapella music industry, everything to do with concerts, and a lot more things that I will be chatting with Mr. Blessed here. So there are people who do not know who you are and what you do. Just a little bit of a background of who you are.
Okay, well, my name is Blessed. I prefer to be called Blessed. In terms of music, I love acapella music, and that's why I'm here. We need to promote acapella music. It's one type of music which is not very much promoted in Zambia. So, first of all, even thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Well, away from music, in my professional life, I work for a life insurance company. I'm the chief agents officer there. I do sales. I'm a salesperson. That's how I can describe myself outside music. Briefly, that's me.
Okay.
Sure.
So are you a musician or what?
Well, I'm not a musician. I'll just say I love music.
Do you sing?
I prefer to just say I love music.
You love music.
Well,
Have you sung before in any acapella group?
Sure. I've sung in the prominent groups, Jasper C. I'm a founder member actually of Jasper C.
Really?
I'm a founder member of a group called United Advent. It's no longer, it's there in the background, yeah, but we are no longer singing.
Okay.
And then I currently sing with the Heritage Brothers.
All right.
So I do sing, yeah.
So with your work, music, and family, how do you balance that?
Well, it's kind of difficult because in my professional life is very busy.
Okay.
But you know, you always have to create time, especially that it's gospel music we're talking about. So if you indeed you want to sing for God, you need to find time to sing for Him. So I always create time, and I think it works. Yeah.
Traveling?
Sure. We travel well. Again, when it comes to work, my job requires that I travel.
Okay.
But also one thing I appreciate actually about music is it has taken me to places I never thought I would go to. You know,
like
just
London.
singing, of course. The first time I went to the UK was because of music.
Really? What group did you go with?
Heritage Brothers.
That was Heritage Brothers. Are they still in? They've been quiet. What's going on?
We still sing. The members are quite busy.
It's just in church?
So it's something we've accepted.
Okay.
So whenever we have time, we come together, practice, and then sing. Yeah, but we are very much around.
Yeah.
And
Stay
next year, by
tuned.
the way, we want to release an album next year. So
okay, I can't wait for
look out
that.
for some good a cappella music next year.
The old time, huh?
Sure.
Stay tuned even as we get to interact everything to do with the acapella music industry, and as Mr. Blessed will be giving us what he knows and everything that we need to know. Stay tuned.
My name is Blessed Mwansa Chisenga, and you're watching the Daily Aca Talk Show. Please like their Facebook page, Daily Aca Talk Show.
Welcome back, and you are still watching the Daily Aca Talk Show. Kindly do follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, the Daily Aca Talk Show. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter and follow us as well on TikTok and Facebook as well. Yeah, I've said that already. So, Mr. Blessed, here is something that has been trending for the past 2-3 weeks, I should say, where people are concerned about how people should behave when they go to a concert. What's your take on that?
Very good question and a tough one. Because I've been following what has been happening on social media, the comments coming from the brethren.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. Maybe we need to, I don't know how I can break this conversation before we get to what is trending.
Oh yeah.
Maybe at some point we should also talk about the organization part of the concert, so that we also address that issue. Yeah, it's been a hot topic on social media, especially after the Extreme concert. People came, I shared a video on my platform and I was attacked a bit. People talked about the students, condemned the organizers,
the student tickets,
pastors, calling me and all that.
Oh yeah.
But you see, all in all,
wait, pastors even called you?
Yes.
They were against your opinion or what?
No, what? Because I promote concerts, so some of them were like, "How can you be promoting, such things?"
So, is it to do with organization of a certain concert that brings about a certain behavior?
It's not really the organization of the concert, because look, when you organize a concert, we should first of all, from the word go, understand that a concert is not a church service. These two are different, and that's why when you go to a concert, you pay. At church, everything is paid for by the blood of Jesus.
I want to attack you on that, but I'll let you finish.
If I have to pay for a concert, then there's a business side to it.
Oh yeah.
So if people come to a concert when they have paid, there are a lot of demands, you need to meet, because it's a transaction. If I pay for something, I need to get value for my money.
Oh yeah.
And also the organizers, when they organize these concerts, they need to ensure that they put certain things in place. Maybe we can talk about that when we come to the organization side of things. So when people come to a concert, and here maybe let's contextualize it. We are talking about SDA concerts. The problem I've seen is that, when SDAs organize concerts, they assume that everyone who goes to those concerts is SDA. So they expect you to behave a certain way, to sing a certain way. But, we have to be very open-minded. When you advertise a concert, anyone who has got money and can pay would find themselves in your concert. And how they behave, sometimes it's very difficult because you can't regulate how I react to music. Of course, you can stop me from doing certain things, and that's why I find there are bouncers, or they would demarcate to say this is VIP and the rest should sit this side. That is okay. But how I react to your music, that's up to me.
So is it because they pay, that's why they make a lot of noise?
It could be that also. For example, not even just what you've mentioned. If I'm in the VIP section, I want to be treated a certain way, and I don't want certain things to happen there because that's my expectation. But the people who are not in the VIP section, let me just say generally, the people who attend the concert, they also have their own expectations. Well, let's get to the point. We had students who came to the Extreme concert. Now, look, these are students, and they were enjoying themselves. And well, if you talk about the noise, maybe I can agree with you. There was a time when they interrupted the guest of honor. She was giving a speech, and there was noise coming. That I think is not right. There should be some form of order in a concert.
Like I think I've seen that kind of behavior, not just Extreme, but even other previous concerts, where people who are attending the concerts just want music to be running and no talking. It's the guest of honor because he or she is going to take long for them to finish, and they just want to listen to music. So there will be that stop and that noise coming back from the audience. So
maybe let me quickly run through certain points. Then maybe feel free to delve into any of the points. There are 10 points that I prepared for you when I knew that this is what we'll be talking about. First of all, when you're organizing a concert, I'll run through the points quickly for the organizers. Number one, you need to give yourselves time to promote the concert. That's very important so that people are aware. I received a lot of feedback from non-Seventh-day Adventists who are saying that you won't promote these acapella concerts among yourselves. I think we need to make sure that we have enough time to promote the concert and go also out. Let's go to other churches so that they can come. Number two, we should also understand the demographic, outlook of your audience if you are doing a concert. What do I mean? There are certain things you can look at, like age and income. Price alone for a concert will attract a certain audience and can eliminate a certain audience. So if you understand that most of your followers are young people, your choice of songs, that would dictate the choice of songs, the venue that you pick, and also the program. That is very important. Also, if you are going to raise the price, there are certain people who will be attracted by a high price because in their minds they are thinking, if I'm going to pay that much for this, it must be of quality. They associate quality with price. So the concert in point that we are talking about, Rodo has got, I think, a big following, when it comes to young people. And the charges that they were charging, anyone could afford. So by just the price, you attract a certain crowd. So when they come in your concert, definitely you know how they're going to react to your music. These are young people. And like I said, they were just enjoying themselves. Let's talk about dancing. Before I go to the other points. The dance that was there, you can't say that was, out of the norm.
I said the Chimwemwe dance, the guys on stage where they joined with the Kondalani stuff going on.
I totally agree with you, but it was not that bad.
Oh yeah.
If we go to your SDA weddings, I'll give you that example. Even for certain pastors, elders and whatever, go to their reception and check the dance and compare to the dance that you saw there. And this is the problem. Well, even if it's a wedding, you say that there are 3 things that are holy: the Sabbath, marriage, and life.
Yeah, you're right.
So if marriage is that holy and you want to put up that dance
and secular music on top of it,
it's all secular music. Who can dance to a song by Angela? Seriously, can you do a sexual dance? By listening to a song by Angela? No. So even the dance that was there, I think it was exaggerated, but not to say that the singers, shouldn't, look into all those things. But let's not blow it out of proportion. And that leads me to another point where you need to now understand the other dynamics when you're organizing a concert. Sound, for example, it has to be looked into. I'll give you an example of the Mbakwa Akili concert.
Oh yeah, the one that was at the KK.
Yes. So still talking about organizers, people organize concerts. You need to make sure that you invest in good sound. I think that's very important. The sound there was, we had international artists coming from Tanzania and only, the sound system to switch off in the middle of the song.
Yeah, it kept on switching on and off, switching on and off.
So you need to avoid things like that. So, and also the packaging of the program. And that's what is lacking in many concerts. When you are packaging, when you are doing a concert, you need to script your program so that you avoid these confusions which we saw in some of the concerts. Somebody, stands up from the audience, joins the singers when they are not expecting, grabs the mic, begins to sing. It disturbs the singer.
Yeah, it does.
So you need to script. But when it comes to packaging, there's a way you can do you can line up your songs. Because human beings are emotional in nature. So if I'm going to listen to a song that is, on the upbeat, definitely I'll respond. The body will respond. But you can't keep singing those songs, otherwise it becomes monotonous. Also, when you go to the extreme of this continent, you go on the other side and you start singing songs which are just low. You lower people's moods, and again it will become boring. So there should be a blend. And that's why you see that, professional concerts or concerts that are done by professionals, they script them in such a way that they will be moving your emotions from, this level to the next level, bring you down, and probably end on a very high note. That's how it's supposed to be. But, most of the concerts are flat. If they want to make people dance, they want people to dance throughout. And that's why someone, comment after the concert to say, where we went, we're just dancing. But through your songs, your choice of songs, your programming, you can package it in such a way that you appeal to every person's emotion, and also connect with the audience. I think that's lacking. People just go to the stage, sing, and then walk out. So all in all, I think there's a lot of work that we need to do, first of all, as singers, based on the feedback that is coming, but also as people who are supporting these singers, let us be real and not demonize people for something good that they're doing. I can tell you that extreme thing was a brilliant idea, and I would do it again if I was part of that organization. I'm telling you, I'm actually looking forward to the next one. It was a brilliant idea.
Okay, so going forward with music in particular, let's talk about acapella music. And you talked about how people should organize their concerts for them to have a certain standard. We have this ongoing saying that pastors do not attend certain events because of the type of people that are preparing that event. What is your thought about that?
Again, it goes to, first of all, the organizers should understand why they are doing the concerts. And I'll take you back to the demographics that I talked about. In the corporate world, for example, I've noticed this in my other life. When you're dealing with high net worth individuals or people with money, there are certain things they expect. They want to be treated a certain way. Actually, even when it comes to drinking, those who drink alcohol, they drink from certain places. they go to certain churches. There are certain churches, even in our SDS circles, which are known for people with money because they don't want to just mix anyhow. So if you do a concert and you know that pastors will be coming, or there's a certain crowd of people you are going to bring into your concert, you need to package your programming properly. It's not that pastors don't want to attend concerts. From my interaction, even from those who called me, there are reservations where, on the way, singers behave in those concerts. They really want to. But there are certain things that are preventing them from coming.
I want to cut you short with that. What exactly do singers do that makes these pastors and elderly people shun away from attending these concerts?
Okay, so speaking first of all from the pastor side, they think the music, for lack of a better way, they don't want to say it, is just for the young people. It's more of entertaining than ministering. That's what I'm speaking what they think. These are not my views. I'm giving you feedback since you asked.
Okay.
They think it's more of entertainment than ministering, and that prevents them from coming to some of these concerts. And they talk about it in their sermons. But for us who attend those concerts, and it's not every pastor, by the way, who doesn't attend. A good example, am I allowed to mention names?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, for example, Pastor Isaac, he drives all the way from Isaac Chiokoma. He drives all the way from, Monze to Lusaka for these concerts. He supports music, especially for the young. But the young people must be, I think, thanked for what they are doing. Kudos to them. They are able to bring, young people together, which I think is not even happening in churches. Some statistics, if I may. In Africa, the average age is about 15. If you go to the United States, for example, for people who go to church, less than 28% of people between 18 and 30 years attend church every week. It's the same everywhere. You talked about us going to sing in London. When we went there, the pastor was Pastor Kabanje, the one who's currently in Zambia now. He noted and, he mentioned to the congregation to say, where are the children? They were not in churches. They had gone towards soccer. So slowly, we are losing young people. They are not attending church and we are not seeing it. So when you hear, and there's one person who made the comment to say, no, let them go and make noise in concerts, as we've been Bible study, studying so that when they come back, we teach them. Then I responded and said, I hope by the time you're done with your studies, you have an audience.
Oh, yeah.
Because they are running out from church.
Oh, yeah.
So the young people, the point I'm trying to make is, they have managed to bring these people together, their colleagues through music together. And it's an opportunity for pastors and elders to go there and interact with them and show them what they're supposed to do. Because if we don't do that, the future is bleak. And we shouldn't blame them. We should blame ourselves because we are the ones distancing ourselves. Oh, yeah. There's nothing bad that we can point at, which happens in these concerts for someone not to be there. Even the noise or whatever you may want to call it, it shouldn't make someone run.
I will have to cut him short. We are going on a short break. We'll be right back even as we continue chatting everything to do with acapella music. Welcome back, and you're still watching the Daily Aca Talk Show. So interesting stuff is going on here. Quite a lot has been said. Do drop in your comments and tell us what you think is going on and what you think should be done when it comes to concerts. So you were saying, you were talking about pastors and concerning concerts and elderly people and why they come and some others why they don't come, right? So how best do you think a cappella people should work together to collaborate, all of them, old and young?
Okay. First of all, they say feedback is a gift.
Oh, yeah.
So when people are giving feedback, positive or not, listen. it's up to you to decide what you should take in and what you should throw away. So I don't expect singers to react because that is your audience. And remember, they are not just your audience, they are your fans.
Oh, yeah.
At church, you can call them, you can call that group an audience, but if they are paying, they are actually your clients. I know church people don't want to hear this, but there's a business side to a concert if you have to pay for it. So what we need to do is take in their feedback, embrace them, and like I said, in our programming, let's cater for different audiences. Even if you know that the majority of your audience are young people, have certain songs that can speak to elderly people, then they'll stick around. Otherwise, if you don't cater for them, there's no need for them to come. To the pastors and the older generation, when you are arguing with a young person, or if there's a conflict, it's just normal for the elderly person to come down and say, okay, you know what, let's talk. You don't expect a young person to come to you to say, sometimes they'll not even realize it. But because they are young, we need to go there and, embrace them. Let's show them love and bridge this gap. Because we've seen it all. They've been around for some time, they've read the Bible and all. Let them bring those messages to the young people and guide them in love. But the moment you start condemning them, you are chasing them away. And like the statistics I showed you, even in our Bible studies today, you will never find young people in Bible study.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Why? No one is even asking that question. And it will get worse, especially, we are coming out of COVID. These people, we are used now to worship from their homes. They can now tell you to say, why do you want me to come to church when I can actually worship from home? I'll be online. Exactly. So if we really want to impact the future, we need to go to them and show them, okay, there was this before COVID came, and it's important for us to fellowship. And also there's a lot of work needed from our pastors, who I think need to be magnanimous and also come down to the level of the children and also then and guide them. That way I think we should be able to see this gap narrowing, and that's what I would recommend.
Funny question. There's some people that say that I think these albums being launched by Acapella boys, they call them, for lack of better terms, they're not, all of them, it's not like all of them are being launched by pastors, and that's why most of them shun away because pastors are not there. Who should be able to officially launch an album?
It's a fun question, not that you have asked a fun question, it's funny. The way we look at these things. First of all, when these people are organizing concerts, where are the pastors? When they're looking for money to pay for the whole, where are the pastors? Now, after they've done all the donkey work, you show up, you want to launch, and if they don't invite you, you complain. And listen, I'll give you an example. When I did my first We Are One concert, I invited President Rupia Banda. When SDS, my fellow SDS, heard that I was inviting the president, first of all, I received calls. How can you be bringing this man to concerts? By the way, at that time, I was not in good boots with the government of the day. And, people talked and all. And they didn't feel, some even said, we will not even come there. But interesting enough, I also received a call from one of the pastors, very senior pastor. He said, why are you doing this without informing us? Then I said, who's us?
The conference.
Yes, I said, who's us? No, but I need to be there. Also, you are in my area, so I need to be there to receive the president and also, sit with him and say
also
something
just because he's the president.
For formality. No, not because it was a formal, because there were other people I invited, MPs and all that, ministers came. So I told him to say, this is not a church program, first of all. The fact that people are coming from, the church singers to sing doesn't mean that it's a church program. It's being done under a registered company. So we decide what to do, who to invite. So I'll be very happy if you can come. But for you to come and start dictating what I should do and not, I think that's not fair. And the point I'm trying to make is pastors or leaders, because I'm not attacking pastors, our pastors are good people, they need to get interested in the programs of the young people. Imagine if they funded these programs, or the church where these young people come from funded these programs. The church would call the shots. They will say, we don't want that, we don't want. They will not even ask people to pay, because we don't charge for church things. But the reason why young people even charge and go even to invite people, sometimes these people they invite are crowd pullers. When people know that the first lady is coming, who wouldn't want to attend? To be in the same room with the first lady. Yeah, so I think our pastors need to just accept that there's a lot of work they need to do. Let them not just come to launch. They should be involved in the work of these young people if they truly believe that they are doing the work of God.
So talking about pastors and leaders of the church, we have groups, and there's this notion that goes to say that every singing group should be under a certain conference, and whatever they do should be regulated by the church and the conference. What is your take on that? Because I believe when it comes to conferences and how they organize things, some things are not accepted because they're from the conference and the church. And then some groups just prefer to be independent because they don't want to be detected on what to do.
Yeah. First of all, it's a very good idea by the church because when the church is organized. So when you get baptized, excuse me, you get affiliated to the church. It's an organization. So you play by the rules of the church. They need to tell you how you need to behave. I think all churches have those guidelines. So if your group is registered under a church, you are expected to follow the guidelines of the church. But now, like I said in my opening statement, that you should differentiate. A concert is not a church service. So if you want to bring what happens at church into a concert, then again you're missing the point.
Oh, yeah.
Because these young people, yes, talent is very interesting. I can have the talent to sing for God. I can also have the talent to go and sing at an annual general meeting organized by a certain company and they pay me. I haven't seen it. So these people, even if they are members of the church, they can get together, organize a program and sing. You can't stop them. But if they have to go and organize a program in the name of the church, then the church should come and regulate. So this thing of saying let's regulate the concerts, it's not here nor there. I don't subscribe to that thought because what are you regulating? You don't spend anything on what these people are doing. You are never involved in their programming. It's not even your initiative. It's like me at home because I sing in the Heritage Brothers. Then someone invites me to say, oh, come and sing maybe a song at a wedding where the name Jesus is not there. Then the church comes to say, no, you can't do this because, you are a member of our church. It doesn't work. So I can do that in my private life. And also even in the concerts, I'll give you an example of the Extreme concert. No, is it the Aca Fest? I don't know about the Extreme concert. The people went to sing at the Aca Fest were paid. Both the local artists and the international artists were paid. So it's a service, they came to sing and they were paid. They were making money. That money was not taken to church for tithe because it was their money.
Yeah.
So in such instances, we should let the young people, continue doing what they're supposed to do. But if they are going to organize an event in the name of the church, then the church has the right to tell them this you can't do or that you can't do. If they make the mistake of banning concerts, I can tell you are going to have a lot of concerts going forward. Because the young people will still will find a way to do concerts.
Okay, so talking about concerts, should concerts be held in church and the money they earn, they share with the church? Yes or no?
No. Okay, I'll say yes and no. If you want to do a concert in church, don't charge people. Because
they say when you do, the young people are wasting money hosting events outside when there's an open church. So why should they have events outside when the open church is there?
First of all, look at the quality of your churches. Why will I pay 1,000 to go and sit on a bench in some of these churches? Because you want to invite, and this is what I said. When you organize a concert, you are inviting people from all walks of life. Some are CEOs. Honestly, a CEO can't come and sit in some of our churches. Well, they can if they are that humble, or they'll not tell you. They'll just stay away if they don't want. So if you want to attract a certain crowd and minister to them, you need to take them to a certain place. That's why you have people going to hotels. It's not wasting money because they know when they go to a hotel and a CEO hears that there's a concert at a hotel, that's the venue he frequents. He'll go there and listen. But if he hears it's in a church, where is the church? In a certain area, and he goes, he sees, there's no lighting, he's used to attending high-level events, he'll not sit there. So that's one reason why people can't go into these churches. You scare away some of the people because of the venue. Secondly, we can't say they should share the money with the church. You only share, you reap where you've sowed.
The church hasn't done anything.
If the church has paid, let's share.
Oh, yeah.
And you see, the young people don't even make a lot of money in these concerts. because the cost is very high. I've run concerts, very few concerts, people can say they made money out of a concert. You have to pay for the whole, for the singers, the PA system, lighting, and all, a good concert. So there is even nothing to share. So we need to support them, let them reinvest that money in their group. That is money they can use to support the members. Some of these people have got families, they need to eat. Some of these people need to go to school. So let's allow them. What they need to do is provide knowledge to the young people so that when that money comes and they have it, what should they do with the money? To be good, because these elderly people are experienced. They are running companies. Some of them are qualified financially to provide such advice. That's what I can say. So, not sharing, there is no.
There is quite a lot going on. Please keep on commenting and share and tell us what you think should be done, even as we host concerts, even as we go to concerts. How should your behavior be as an attendee of that concert? Keep watching. You're watching the Daily Aca Talk Show. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to the Daily Aca Talk Show. Now I am joined by a man of God, Pastor John Majulu, who is the Stewardship Director of Midlands West Zambia Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Pastor, you are welcome to the Daily Aca Talk Show.
Thank you so much, my brother, and good evening, everyone.
We are so glad to have you. This event, you being a pastor, did you enjoy yourself? Was the music uplifting?
I really enjoyed my brother, and I want to thank God, the one who gives us life. And also for this program, I know that it has helped a number of people, because these songs which have been sung here, I know after launching this album, it will reach to places where we cannot reach and preach. Okay. It will reach to places where even in non-Adventists, they'll be able to listen to this message, because as we live in the last days, we are here to proclaim the gospel. So I really enjoyed, and I want to thank God, and also to thank all the organizers. This was powerful, and I pray that such events, they should be coming, so that people are stressed up because of many challenges and problems. So as they fellowship, at least they feel relieved. Okay. So I'm so thankful.
Okay, and as we conclude this short interview, you being a pastor, I'm sure these messages have to be intertwined with the word of God, and I'm sure, as you've mentioned, these messages were very uplifting and they will reach far. How does it make you feel as a pastor? And we don't usually see pastors at such events, so I'm sure they are very excited that you're here. But you as a pastor, how does it make you feel?
I feel so happy, and I also want to thank especially this group which have come together and sing. Number one, it shows that two groups can come together and work as a team to preach the word of God. So as we preach, as they sing, we are all doing one work, and that work is to preach the gospel. So my brother, this work goes for everyone. So in short, what I can say is that we want to thank God for what has happened here, and I pray that the Asante and the other group, they continue thinking for God, and as you help them in organization and in everything, may the Lord bless everyone. Sure.
Those are blessings from the pastor. He's very happy with the event, and he wants more of such events to happen. Stay tuned to the Daily Aca Talk Show as we bring to you more of what's happening. Thank you so much, Pastor.
Thank you.
And to those that are tuned in, thank you for still staying with us.
You are still watching the Daily Aca Talk Show. Please do follow us on all our social media platforms. Subscribe, follow, tweet, and everything to do with TikTok. We are here, and we're still chatting with Mr. Blessed. So we have a lot of upcoming events. We have Ndalisungula. That's it, right? I'm not Tonga, so I don't know how to pronounce Tonga words. That's by the Promise. And we also have Ntobo. by Just Harmony, and we have Zitha Harmony, 12 Gets, and others. What are your expectations even as these concerts will be coming before the year ends?
Well, I would try to attend all of them if time allows, especially the one by The Promise. I can't miss that concert because I love the music. Very energetic. Their songs are indigenous. They rarely sing English songs, and they do the local songs really well. I think they've positioned themselves very well, and I would encourage everyone to attend that concert. You've also talked about just Harmony. Now that you've mentioned, I think one of the people in the studio mentioned the name of the song, Ntobo.
Yeah.
I recorded that song. It was the first time I was listening to Just Harmony at Unza Chapel. They did a good job, and then I saw the video. So that's another concert I wouldn't want to miss. But I will recommend also one more concert that people shouldn't miss by the God's Envoys.
God's Envoy.
It's related to what we were discussing. If there's one group I think that is good at packaging, a concert program, it's God's Envoys. They put it in such a way that, there will be testimonies, they connect with the audience. And by the time you finish that concert, you'll be moving from one emotion to the next and all.
Yeah.
That is very important in a concert, and I would encourage the younger groups to attend that concert and just observe the programming. So if we can borrow what they are doing, and we do what the young people are doing, put together, we can be having powerful concerts going forward. So let people support the groups, and we'll be looking forward to seeing these artists perform.
So you are one of the people that actually enjoy acapella music, be it by other people like The Promise, Atlant Singers, God's Envoy, 12 Gets. We talk about Rudo, Lusante, and everything. So these upcoming groups that are looking forward and maybe focusing on these people who are well to do, what advice do you have for them?
The young ones. Well, I would encourage them to attend, first of all, the concerts by their colleagues, but also attend concerts done by the elderly people. We need to learn from both. Some people think I'm very controversial, but I stand my ground. I wouldn't force young people to sing the way people used to sing in 1960. And those, the way these things are. If you grew up from the village and come to Lusaka, you'd want people to sing, you think SDA music is what you heard in the village. What about those who were born in Lusaka and they've never seen the village before? They grew up listening to pentatonics. They were listening to Tech 6. Surely you will not expect them to sing, like people from the village. So understand people before you judge them, because this is the music they listen to in their homes. They've grown up listening to such music. So you'll be making a mistake if you just go there and condemn someone. And we should learn, I think, from Jesus. I think if you can allow me, since you people are church people. Please. Jesus was accused of being a drunkard who was just eating from one table to the next. And they said this guy is a sinner because he's only found with sinners, tax collectors and all. So the question is, why were these tax collectors and sinners attracted to him and not to the religious people? There is something that Jesus, I think, exhibited. He showed them love. Everybody was welcome to the table, and he ate with them. He accepted them the way they are. Christians of today, they'll tell you, first go and do this. If it is you at church, I hope you don't do that. Someone comes from another church, go and remove that. Your skirt should be up to there and things like that. Now you want to bring such behavior to concerts. If someone stands to sing, no, you're not supposed to stand yourself. These do's and don'ts, I think, scare people away. Now, it's not that when you come to that table, everything goes. No. First of all, when people are accepted, and then you show them the love, teach them, it takes time for people to embrace what you believe in. So be patient with everyone. But if you can't accept them the first time they come, they will run away. And this is what I expect, the older people to do. But speaking into your question, the young people need to listen and respect also the experience of the older people. Otherwise, if you become adamant again, you'll be the one to blame in future, and you'll be raising a generation which will not know where it's coming from.
So should the acapella music industry collaborate with non-Adventists so long they sing acapella music?
Why not? Actually, I was talking to somebody from, is it Ministry of, what is it called? National Arts Council. In certain countries, they have associations, acapella associations. And at national level, we need to do that, whether you sing gospel and all. But coming to, acapella music in the church, it's important for you to collaborate with your colleagues. I hear I think I've seen one group from, I don't know the church, but they used to come, I used to see them at Tunza Chapel. They do really good acapella. So we need to collaborate, because it's not just about singing your doctrine. There's something they know which you don't know. There are certain styles they can do which you need to learn from, because music is so dynamic. There is no such a thing as SDA music. It doesn't exist. And maybe that's a topic for another day, because people speak from ignorance. You need to bring experts to come and enlighten people. So yes, we need to collaborate if we have to drive this acapella agenda.
You are still watching. Do comment and tell us what you think. And like, subscribe, and tweet. Follow us on TikTok as well. We have 2 events on the same day. And some time back, they used to complain when there are 2 events on the same day, because this one wants to go this side and those on the other side, they also want to go. What do you think about these 2 events?
There's absolutely nothing wrong.
Okay.
We can even have 3 events on the same day. There's nothing wrong.
Attendance?
I've said people say no, because, people will go to this and those.
They'll sideline the other event.
Look, who said that, concerts are only for SDAs from the same church? And this is why I was advising singers to say, when you're advertising a concert, move away, start moving away slowly. Not that you abandon this, because that's the bigger group. Start going to other churches, market, expand your audience, because it's an issue of supply and demand. Or maybe let me not go there. I need to pay for what I like.
Oh yeah, actually Zitha Harmony went to a church on Sunday.
Yes.
They were performing, and I think that's a great initiative.
Yeah, and also
promoting their event that is upcoming.
So let people have choice. Let people have choice. If I want to listen to 12 Gates, I go to 12 Gates. If I want to listen to Zitha Harmony, I'll go to Zitha Harmony. Otherwise, the power of groups, will get, out of this, like winners. Because they have a bigger audience, and whenever they do a program, or they can even come and put, it has happened before, where a group knows that, Zitha Harmony, just as an example, will be having an event, then a bigger group goes to put their event there just to jeopardize the other people's program. So this is what I'm telling the young people: they need to wake up, stop playing in the same audience, start expanding. So a brilliant initiative by Zitha Harmony, they need to continue. Because in future, they are going to have their events packed by non-Seventh-day Adventists.
Yes, which is a good thing.
So that thought of, no, don't cancel, keep going. There's nothing wrong.
Because there was like, they will sideline, and other people will go to 12 Gates, and Zitha Harmony won't have enough attendance and all this stuff. So Zambia is one of the countries that actually has a lot of a cappella groups, I'm told. And the music is so well to do, even though we're not really so much exposed. But I feel we should be able to have musical awards as a cappella industry. What do you think?
It's a very good initiative, but there's a lot of work to do.
What should we do?
What we need to do is we need to get together, like I said, because there should be a will at national level.
It's high time that we started appreciating ourselves even before we go outside. So if we have awards within ourselves, we can have them annually. I don't know, give us some advice, give us a clue of what you think should be done.
The fact that you can think about it, why not? Let's get started and do it.
Okay.
Other countries have done it. What's stopping us from doing it?
Oh yeah.
It's all in our minds, and because we are not united, but we don't even need to get united. Walk up to the ministry of, I don't know if it's National Arts or something, talk to them, register an association, so that there is at least backup from the powers that be, and then put people together. Something that we need to do, and your point that you've mentioned is very important. We need to take ourselves seriously. Zambians, or maybe singers in Zambia, especially SDA groups, don't take themselves seriously. That's why they would drive all the way from here to South Africa, pass through Botswana, what do you call national parks, But if you are inviting a group from South Africa, they will not accept to come by road. You have to fly them.
Oh, yeah.
You saw Stand and others fly in Zambia. Tell me which other group in Zambia has been flown to another country here in Edinburgh, apart from Shiloh recently. That is very good. So when you respect yourself and you put value on what you do, people will take you seriously. And I'm marrying this point to a cappella music. If everyone is just going because they can sing a cappella, they go in the studio, record and think, they have made it, they want to go forward, it's not going to happen. There are some people who send me music, I refuse to play. Politely, I don't respond because deep down in my head, I'm thinking, this is not up to scratch. And some people get, offended because I speak my mind out. I'll tell you, your music, I think is not good. Go and do ABCD. So we need to polish our music, start enrolling for some of these awards. We have awards, Acapella awards at Africa level. Send your CD. Like I think there's one group which won an award. It should be Fishers of Men at Africa level. That's what we need. Let the music be there. Stop doing CDs. The world has moved on.
Talk about that.
The world has moved on. Even in Zambia, others, at least if you can't put your music on iTunes and all,
Spotify and everything.
at least they are doing now. They are putting in what do you call this?
Flash discs.
The discs. Because now even certain laptops don't have where to put your CDs. They've stopped. The world has moved on. So we need, and the reason why I'm saying put the music on online platforms is it to be accessed by people across the world. That's what we need to do. So that when even when you hear that this cappella group has won an award, other people will appreciate because they know the music. But if it's substandard, we'll be celebrating, mediocrity, and which I think we shouldn't do. Yeah, but we need to get started.
Okay, thank you so much. We've come to the end of our program. We were talking about everything to do with a cappella music and all the nitty-gritties and everything that was going on social media. I was with Mr. Blessed Mwansa. Before we go, your last words.
Well, my last words are that, in everything that we do, we need to love one another. There's no fight between the old generation and the new generation. We are one people. They say that if you are arguing with somebody and your outmate goes to win the conversation, you need to check your priority because you should first love the person before you think of winning an argument. So to all the a cappella groups out there and those who love, a cappella music, keep supporting the a cappella groups. Kudos to Asante and Rudo once again. That was a brilliant concert. Take the feedback, but don't stop. The Aca music, that was Aca Fest.
Yeah.
That was very good. And the upcoming, concerts, we are going to support. All in all, let's keep supporting Acapella music.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Do subscribe, watch, and share, and everything so that you keep yourself updated with everything to do with the Daily Aca Talk Show and the Acapella music. I was your host today. My name is Love Grace. See you next time in the next episode. Bye-bye.